Yo, what's going on, guys? Crackle Games here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm going to be going over the top 6 Nintendo Switch games of all time, not in any particular order. Now, it's nearing the holidays, and you might want to buy a Nintendo Switch game for a friend or a family member, or maybe just for yourself. So, with that being said, here are the top 6 Switch games of all time. Number 1, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a fun battle simulator with over 103 unique stages to play on, 74 free playable characters, each with unique abilities. You can play the story mode, World of Light, to unlock characters, and it provides up to around 60 hours of gameplay. It's pretty much just fighting CPUs, but Nintendo found a way to make it interesting by giving them items and costumes to make them look like other characters that aren't in the game. Or, if you just want to play with friends, you can connect other controllers to the game and destroy your enemies. Or your mom. Pretty much the same thing. If you get bored, you can buy extra characters like Steve from Minecraft, who they just added. Overall, it's a really fun and exciting game, but once you complete World of Light and unlock all the characters, there's really not much more to do. The game just comes out when you have friends over and goes back into the closet. Which is nothing wrong with a party game, but if you're looking for something to play by yourself, you'll get about 70 hours of it, depending on your play speed and difficulty level. Number 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is an awesome cartoony racing game with customizable karts and unlockable parts, such as 21 unique wheels that all function differently, 14 gliders, 23 karts, 17 bikes, 41 playable characters, 48 tracks, and 4 different difficulties. So as you can tell, this game has a lot to offer. You can play through it, unlocking different characters and carts, which is fun on its own. But once you finish, you have the ability to play online with other people if you have Nintendo Switch Online, which is like $20 a year, which is pretty cheap considering most online services. Plus, you can also connect other controllers to the game and play with friends. It handles multiplayer better than Smash, in my opinion, because in Smash, it's just chaotic, but they do split screen in Mario, which is much more organized. There's just so much to do in this game, I really don't have anything bad to say, except to get the maximum amount out of the game, which is massive, you do have to pay $20 a year, which does kinda suck. But without online, it's still fun to play with CPUs thanks to the thousands of different kart and character combinations. Overall, it's a really fun game with so many different ways to play that you don't really need online to have a good time. Number 3, Pokemon Sword and Shield. Pokemon has arguably the most consistent, awesome games, and Pokemon Sword and Shield is no exception. With over 400 Pokemon new and returning, not including the DLC, and there's a new feature, Dynamax and Gigantamaxing. The story mode for the game is admittedly kinda slow compared to the other games, but it's still fun to fight Hal's long-lost brother and steal the throne from an English Kukui. Once you beat the story mode, you have the freedom to explore all the newly added wild areas with Pokemon roaming around, and the rare Gigantamax Pokemon lurking in raid dens. Plus, there's an after story of catching a regional legendary, and when you finish that, you can work on completing your Pokédex. And if you don't want to do that, there's a battle tower where you can work your way to the top and rematch Charizard Boy. There's a lot to do in this game, but if you manage to finish it all, there's DLC Part 1 Isle of Armor, and the recently to come out, the Crown Tundra, which was my previous video. Go check it out. Both of the new DLCs have new islands, Pokemon, and stories to play through. It's a really fun game with a lot to do, but also if you have Nintendo Switch Online, where you can battle competitively against random people, do mystery trades to get random Pokemon, or link trades where you trade Pokemon with random people. Overall, it's a really fun game, and my only complaint is that the story is a bit slow, but the unique gems to your game cover it up. It does start to slow down after a while, but the beauty of Pokemon is that you can take a break, then come back and play it with a new team. Number 4, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This game is insane. It's an open world free play game with just the beginning couple of hours serving as the tutorial, which doesn't hold your hand the whole time and just says do this, which is awesome. After the tutorial, it says beat up the boss, and after that, you're on your own. You can go try and beat the Divine Beast to get special powers, or you can go straight to the castle, grab whatever you can, avoid the enemy's turrets, and try to beat the boss. Each Divine Beast is in a corner of the map, forcing you to travel across the diverse terrain, hunting and cooking to survive. Discovering towers that unlock more of the map so you can see where you are, and shrines that are all different and range between puzzles and combat, your rewards being more hearts and stamina. This game is so real, with the breathtaking graphics, to the realistic moving animals and monsters, and the function that anywhere you can see, you can go. There's just so much to do in this game, I can't possibly use words to describe it. You don't even need to be a Zelda fan to play this game. I wasn't, but I ended up loving it. This game is infinitely playable, and I had zero complaints about it. There's over 120 unique shrines, 15 towers, a ton of bows and weapons and armor sets, and on top of that, there are 2 DLCs worth of about 60 hours, depending on your skill. You can get them both for $20. Overall, this was about one of the best games Nintendo has ever made. Number 5. Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey is a sandbox game, similar to Mario 64, but this game is completely different. With 14 worlds to explore and 999 Power Moons to collect, each with a different side quest. There's 40 different outfits you can buy with coins, and this game is really creative, importing 2D Mario in some parts of the game and the brand new mechanic of possession. There are 52 things you can possess, each with different abilities, some of them including Yoshi, a T-Rex, and Bowser. Not including getting all the extra moons, you can get about 12 hours out of this game. The story is kind of repetitive. Explore the world, collect a certain amount of moons, and fight a super easy boss, repeat. But it doesn't feel repetitive because the world is so diverse and there's so much to do. The story isn't very interesting and the difficulty is pretty easy considering Death just respawns you and takes 10 coins like Sonic, but it doesn't matter because the rest of the game makes up for it. Most of the gameplay is post-game, but once you beat the story, it's like the game just opens up to you and you're exploring the world, finding moons and collecting outfits. Overall, it's a really good game. And finally, number 6, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, I played Animal Crossing on the DS, and it's good, but it just doesn't compare to New Horizons. New Horizons has hundreds of items, and you can terraform your island to add rivers, mountains, or destroy them. You can also put down paths now, unlike the other games, but there's no story mode in this game. You just want to make your island the perfect paradise and earn the ranking of 5 stars. But there's so much to do in this game. You have to pay loans for your house and make it bigger, but first you have to establish a money source. You can harvest fruit, invest in the turnip stock market, or catch fish and bugs. There's hundreds of different outfit combinations, and 80 different fish and 80 different bugs to catch, and donate to your museum, or just sell for money. Plus, you can find 397 different villagers and bring them to live on your island. This game is more for lazy mornings or before you go to sleep, since it's slower paced and not for people who like action and fighting. I find it more relaxing, but it's still fun. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for a shout out or more content like this. If you have anything else you want to see on this channel, please leave it down in the comments below. And without being said, peace out, dudes.